Hi YouTube, it's Heidi and I'm here today to share with you my top 5 performing plants. Now I've had to do some rearranging. The planting season has sprung upon us and I knew that I needed to start growing some vegetables right away. So I took some plants and I put them together in the same pot, and other plants were either dying or they weren't doing very well, so I just disposed of them and made room for my garden stuff. So top performing plant number 1. So I planted this guy 3 weekends ago. And I don't know if you can identify this. If you garden, you probably know. This is a potato. So potatoes are very easy to grow. They're not very beautiful by any means, but what you do in order to plant a potato is the potatoes that have eyes growing from them, you just cut them like into a fourth and you put them in soil and they start growing. So this is my potato plant, top performer number 1. It even has like little spikes growing on it, if you can see that. Little hair-like. I think there's a name for that. When I have intentions of putting this in the ground, but what happens with the potato plant is that they start to eventually grow all these little potatoes in the ground. There'll be potatoes and they'll like push up toward the surface, and you just basically take soil and you just keep burying the potato plant further and further and further. That's how I was taught how to do it. I'm sure there's another way to do it, but if you don't, the potatoes will get sunburnt, and if you eat a lot of potatoes, you know that the potato will get a green skin on it. That green skin is because it's been sunburnt. Little known fact, if you see potatoes like that, stay away from them, because not only do the skins taste bitter, but in large doses, which I don't know how many skins you would have to eat, but they're actually poisonous. Now, if you eat one skin, more than likely it's not going to hurt you. Like I said, I'm not sure how many skins it would take, but there's something in the skins that the human body does not like, and it can be toxic. So try not to eat those. They don't taste very good anyway. So top performer number 2. Well, I'm going to give that to this guy. The Philodendron scant. Is this this doesn't say. It's one of the heart-shaped leaves. Philodendrons. So anyway, this guy is just growing and growing, putting off new shoots all the time. I love it. This might be one of my favorite plants. This isn't his home in this pot, even though he looks super cute in it. I bottom water my plants in this, so he's just getting a little bit of water right now. So there's that guy. And then is my milk. I think these are a euphorbia. I know that these are also poisonous. Let's talk about toxins. Anyway, this plant I need to clean up a little bit, because I'm really starting to appreciate it, and it has grown approximately 1 inch since the beginning of the year. So that's pretty good. It's April, the beginning of April right now. So we have at least an inch of growth on each of these. I did have a third one in here, and I'm not sure what happened. It just died. So it's no longer with me. I disposed of it, and these two are now thriving. So maybe the third one just needed to move on to the plant afterlife so that these two could thrive. Top preforming plant number 4. I purchased my first Hoya this past fall. So I've had this for 2 seasons now, and it's getting crazy leggy. It wants to vine, and I don't have a trellis for it to vine on. So I might have to put that on my list of things to buy, but it's just a plain Hoya. I have no idea what variety it is. So if anyone can help me out and identify this, the spots are just like water spots, those white spots. So ignore that, but I don't know. I know that they get peduncles, which is kind of like the flowering thing, and I'm hoping that that's what happens here. Even if it doesn't bloom, I want to see it peduncle. So that's my plant number 4. And this, guys, is my top performing plant number 5. This gets an award for the craziest plant I own by far. It's putting out new shoots like crazy. It's like a giant pitcher of grass, basically, but not really. African grass, maybe. This is my, well, it's reclassified as a Dracaena, but you probably watched the video where I replanted 3 different varieties of Sansevieria. I had 3 different types of Sansevieria. This big guy in the back was all by itself, and then these are all the same variety. I think this one here must belong to this big guy, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive. And then we have a tiny variety up front. So that's my top 5 performing plants so far this year. If you guys have any questions about these plants, feel free to ask in the comments down below. And if you have a favorite plant that's performing well, let me know down in the comments below as well, because I would be interested in checking it out as soon as I get rid of my garden plants. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you're doing well and staying safe, and I will see you later. Bye!